Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we are going to talk about how to become an overnight success, okay? So this one's interesting because when people talk about the overnight successes, they're never an overnight success, right? So let's look at Elon Musk, right? So back when I first started to get to know Neil, I would ask him, who's your favorite entrepreneur? He would say Elon Musk. And this is like 6 years ago or so, 7 years ago. I was like, who's Elon Musk, right? Well, by now, everyone knows who Elon Musk is, right? SpaceX, Tesla, he's helped with Solar City. He's combined Solar City with Tesla. He's got all this stuff going on, right? He has the Boring Company. He wants to dig tunnels. He's got Hyperloop too. He's got all this stuff going on, right? But here's the thing. What we don't know about is when, Elon Musk, started X, right? And then that eventually became PayPal, where he combined it with Peter Thiel, right? And, it's been a long journey.
And there was a company before that I believe CompuServe bought, which eventually CompuServe ended up merging into Hewlett-Packard.
Yeah, and I think even before that, he had like gaming companies too. So gaming was a big part of his life too, right? So for him, it wasn't an overnight success. He just kept working and things kept compounding over time. And he just worked on whatever he thought was interesting. And just recently, people started to hear about him because the fruits of labor are starting to bear, right? So that's a good takeaway. And I guarantee, with over 300 entrepreneurs that I've interviewed on Growth Everywhere, the other podcast, it's like, man, it is never an overnight success. And I'd be curious to get kind of your story to share with people.
Yeah, I've been doing what I've been doing for over 16 years now. There was no overnight success for me. I was struggling, had a lot of ups and downs, and eventually things ended up working this way out. But even right now, right, 2017 wasn't a great year for me. I was doing a lot of investing. 2018 is starting to get much better. But most people aren't overnight success as they think. They put in a lot of work. I remember a basketball player called Jeremy Lin. Mm-hmm. And years ago, everything was like Linsanity. And they're like, look at Jeremy. He's awesome. Look at all these points he's scoring. And they interviewed Kobe Bryant and they're like, hey, what do you think about Jeremy Lin? And he's just like, who?
He said, never heard of her.
Oh, yeah. So nonetheless, Jeremy Lin is doing quite well when I'm looking at his points per game. After things started picking up, in New York, he started doing 14 points a game. Then Houston, he was doing 12 to 13. Then 11 at Lakers. Then 11 at Charlotte. And then Brooklyn, 14. And then 2017 to 18, he was averaging 18 points per game. But look at Lin, such a long road. He's not an overnight success. Yes, everyone talks about you overnight, but you got to keep working and cranking away if you want to continually do well. The only people I know who became overnight successes were ones who did something drastically crazy, like, meet the guy that deleted Donald Trump's Twitter account, right? And then he was everywhere and the press was covering him. But then after a few days, what happens? People forget about them. So if you truly are an overnight success, or something happens where you're getting mentioned everywhere, typically over the next few days or weeks or months, people will forget about you as well.
Yeah, so I think a really good saying here is easy come, easy go, right? The easier the money comes, and I actually got this from a mutual friend of ours, Noah Kagan. Like when he had not a gambling company, I think it was a mobile gaming company called Gambit. They just right out the gate in the first year, they did $30 million in revenue, and then the year after that, it tanked, right? But what he's learned over the years is that, you look at the two companies he has AppSumo and he has Sumo, right? That was one thing I think Neil and I can both appreciate about him is that he's very methodical and he's very, kind of patient. He's building you look at the things he's building, he is building for the long term, right? He's got a great company culture and he's been patient with things, right? But he learned, again, like easy come, easy go. And I'm Neil, with some of your experiments in the past, it's been like that, right?
Yeah, the stuff that's the easiest, you get a big rise from it. You feel like you're on cloud nine and you're invincible. And then eventually it just crashes down. That stuff usually crashes down harder than anything else. The stuff that takes you forever to get to and you're putting in the blood, sweat, and tears, the results from it last longer, it sticks around, and that's how you really build up wealth.
Yeah, and so with Warren Buffett, I mean, when did he start to realize like all his gains? It was after 50, right?
It was something crazy. It was later in his career, that's when he started making like millions and millions of dollars, and then it turned into billions really fast, and then it just exploded from there. But it was later in his career. He knew what he was doing, always was a smart guy, but no one really cared about him until he really started making a ton of money. It doesn't mean that, after he started making a ton of money, he's different and he's smarter and, he's much more sophisticated. No, he's been putting in all that time and energy for years. It was just eventually people realize, hey, he's Warren Buffett. This guy is amazing. Look what he's done. And he's really figured out how to leverage insurance companies to build a gigantic empire.
Yeah, and when you think about overnight success, that's just the public's kind of perception of you, right? So just focus on continuing to do what you do, keep doing the boring stuff, right? And then eventually you become an overnight success. But even after you do become an overnight success, here's the thing I think about, and what I find true with people that are successful or just money in general. Money just elevates kind of who you are. It magnifies who you are already. So if you're an asshole already, you're just going to become a bigger asshole, okay? So when you think about becoming an overnight success, don't even think about that. Think about how you can become a better person and a more useful person to society. I think that's more interesting than trying to become an overnight success. Because think about it. The reason, maybe part of the reason why you clicked this, or maybe this is how you discovered our podcast, is maybe to appease your ego. But that's not what this life is about.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just like, keep pushing away, work hard, things will end up working out, learn from your mistakes, and you'll do all right. It just takes time.
Great. So that's it for today. But before we go, we have a special giveaway. This is Neil's heat mapping tool called Crazy Egg. It'll help you make more money. Just go to singlegrain.com/giveaway to learn more, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.